Mumbai is in the midst of the second wave and hospitals are already running short of beds. They are expanding capacity and doctors say that it's back to the same pressure that they had in 2020, but that their experience has made it easier for them to cope.
As the second wave of COVID hits Mumbai, hospitals are once again filling up. But this time, doctors say they have a plan and they are better prepared to tackle the crisis and the challenge that is before them. Now, obviously, there are a huge number of admissions. Admissions are increasing every day.
The second wave normally, by and large, is always serious and is always bigger than the first wave. The virus keeps on mutating all the time, as everybody understands. The virus never retains its original form, and the transmissibility of the virus, that is the transmission of the virus from one citizen to the other, or the disease itself gets transmitted much faster this time.
But what is different this time is younger middle-aged patients are also needing ICUs and critical care.
Definitely a group of people from the age group of 35 years to 55 years is the most affected. And this 35 to 55 forms the major chunk of severe disease.
The younger patients are getting affected, and as it is already mentioned by the task force leader Dr. Sanjay Hok sir, that 30% of our admissions are from the age group of 12 to 30 age group, which was never there in COVID-1. So younger patients are getting affected, they are going home, they are spreading the disease to the elderly and those with the comorbidities, and that is how the exponential growth is occurring.
Dr. Salagre oversees creating the ICU facilities at the BMC's largest hospital, the KEM hospital. Beyond reliving a nightmare of last year's peak, they say this time they are seeing a change in symptomatic patients.
What we are finding is a lot of patients are coming with gastroenteritis, malaise, body ache, non-specific symptoms, and also the patients which are coming in a stable condition. Distinctly we have noticed in this second wave that after 5 to 7 days, suddenly patient becomes bad, and that time patient becomes so bad that he requires intensive care management with ventilatory support.
Dr. Balakrishna Adsul is the dean of one of the biggest COVID hospitals in Mumbai suburbs, and he recounts what they've seen in the last 10 days.
Actually, we used to get only 40 to 50 admissions per day. But last 10 days we are getting admissions starting from 160 to 210. We got maximum admission last week 210 one day. It is more 300% jump in admission if you look at the 7S hospital from last more than 2 weeks.
But the last word goes to the army of nurses. Sister Mercy lost her husband to COVID in the first wave and it's just 2 months from retirement. She says the carelessness among people is unbelievable.
Here, front of my ward ka corridor, I see patient relative are spitting. I scold them. They are in spite doing so much, although they are spitting front of me. Then I tell them, bolte, मालूम है तुम लोग क्या treatment देते? This is an attitude. We have many of us are lost their life here. Many of them are gone from here, and since till they are telling क्या treatment देते? मालूम है कोविड बोले तो क्या? This is attitude. Giving awareness. They are answering us, or they go far away and they abuse us.